Okay guys, so this is the first video of the tutorial that shows you how to install IsaacSim and IsaacLab, right? And I'll be following the steps that I laid out on this GitHub repo, this README file on my GitHub account. And you have all the steps written down here, and I'll just go through the same steps and show you how it's done. The first thing that is important to keep in mind is I'm running everything on Windows native, and you should absolutely not try to run on a WSL or Windows subsystem for Linux, right? So if you are on native Linux, then you can follow the Linux steps in the original NVIDIA documentation. But if you're running on Windows native, do not try to install or run on Linux emulator or WSL because it will break. I tried doing that and I just spent a whole lot of time with version conflicts and access conflicts, and it did not work, right? So I'll be running IsaacSim 5.1, and of course, one of the things that you realize is that for IsaacSim, if you don't run it on the exact versions that it was made for, Python versions and driver versions, it will fail, right? So it's also important that you are running Python 3.11, and I'll show you how to test and verify that. So also, if you're not running the right version of Python that IsaacSim 5.1 was made for, it will also break, right? So what's the first step that you want to take? So first, you should open a Windows PowerShell as an administrator here. So you right click, select run as admin, and then you're here. So first you want to check if the NVIDIA driver that you're running has the right version for IsaacSim 5.1, right? So the way you do it is you click, you type NVIDIA SMI, and I'm running version 5.81.95. So you want to make sure that you're running above 5.80, right? If your driver version is anything below 5.80, it will not work. And if that's the case, you want to update your driver, right? So you can go to the NVIDIA official website and then download the new driver, any version above 5.80, right? And this is the official website. I'm not going to go through that because I'm assuming that you're running a version above. So here you just select the driver that you want to update, right? So this is the first step. The second step is you should enable long paths on your CLI commands. So the way to do it is to first input this command here, and then it will ask for a parameter, and the parameter that you want to use to enable long paths is this one, right? I have it already enabled, so it says the property already exists. That's why it's throwing me this error. So if you don't, you should do it. And if it's the first time that you're doing this, you should probably reboot your computer so that the changes are implemented, right? Next thing you want to do is to download Git for Windows. So Git will be the tool that we'll use to install the NVIDIA software. So you use this command, and then you install Git for Windows. I already have this installed, so I don't need to do it. And then also you should update your pip install tool with this command here, right? So then making sure that the pip version is also up to date, right? And then the second thing that you want to do is to install a Python environment manager, right? So the one that I'm using is Miniconda from the Anaconda library. So you simply have to go to this website that I have on the documentation. So you come to anaconda.com/download, um, and then you can register. Here I'm just gonna skip the registration. And then you download Miniconda for Windows, right? So this will allow you to run an environment inside Anaconda prompt that will manage the virtual environments that will run IsaacSim inside. And these virtual environments will have the right Python version, right? So I have already installed it. You go ahead and install it. It will just follow a standard installation steps. And then after you have this installed, if you type Anaconda prompt on your Windows, you'll be able to open a Anaconda CLI, right? So these next steps will be running inside the Anaconda prompt CLI, not the Windows PowerShell, right? So assuming that you have installed Miniconda already, we'll now go ahead and create our first Python virtual environment, right? Here you will be probably seeing something like base and then your username. Here I'm just hiding all this, all the path, but you should see base between parentheses. And then here is a command to create a new environment. I'm going to call this environment Isaac Lab. I'm going to call it number 5 because I already have other environments created there. And then it's really important that you specify the Python version here, and it needs to be 3.11 for IsaacSim 5.1, as I said, right? So it's important that you have the right Python version so that it doesn't conflict with the IsaacSim version, right? Okay, so you got created. To activate this environment, you should use this command here, and then I'll go ahead and do it. Gonna activate environment Isaac Lab 5, right? Yep, that was a little typo here. There you go. So now I am inside the environment that I just created here with the right Python version. It's a virtual environment inside the Anaconda prompt environment manager, right? So now we'll install IsaacSim inside this environment.